Series 11, right? Alright. Hello, everyone. Hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of Doctor Who Reaction. This is Heard Live. My name is Matt. Uh, so we're starting Series 11 right now. I put it off like a week because I did the Doctor Who movie instead because it was a New Year special. Even though apparently Series 12 is happening in New Year's as well, so it would have been kind of fitting to start Series 11 there also. But fuck it, Paul McGann it is. But whatever, we're doing Series 11 right now. So what can you even say about this shit? So I like either one of the things is gonna happen while I'm watching it. It's gonna be one of three actually. It's gonna be A. I'm gonna be like, it's not that bad, guys, and I'm just gonna bullet dodge the entire way, just like everyone's just throw shit at me, and I'm just gonna be like, it was fine. Second, I'm gonna shit talk it the entire time, and people are gonna be like, yeah, and that's the reason why they're gonna tune in for. Or three, they're not gonna tune in for anything because fuck that shit, and nobody's gonna watch this. Regardless, we're starting series 11 of Doctor Who. Like, I have to do it, and I want to do it. Like, it's a thing. Like, I'm not gonna quit it because people say it's shit. But like, okay, here's the thing about series 11 is that okay, how do I put this? Immediately when it happened, um, I was like, it's probably fine because there's always that group of people that decide, this shit sucks because it's different, and it's like fuck it, it's 2019, woman can be doctor, whatever the fuck, those people you don't want to hang out with, those people exist, and I was like, okay, people talking shit must be those people, right? Then you have the like, okay, here's the thing, is that I was outside of Doctor Who when that happened, right? Then I got in again, because of the entire YouTube channel thing that I've been doing with series 8, 9, 10, and now I'm here, right? You've seen that, me getting back in. But now that I'm in, it has come to my attention that apparently just like everybody universally hates series 11. So to that point, like when we start getting to that level of like, this shit sucks and everybody agrees, so it's a matter of like, I can't possibly say that so many people are wrong. Like, I cannot just dismiss that. There has to be some merit to it, right? But simultaneously, I am also of the belief that, okay, so whenever somebody says something about anything, I kind of don't care. And I only care after I checked it out, and then I was like forming my own opinions, right? That's always how I do things. To the point that it's okay, partially it's because I have troubles listening to what people say about anything. So if they say this shit sucks, I'm like, wait, what did you say? And it doesn't register until I've seen it. And then I form my own thoughts about it by that point. So that's how I do things. The way it's gonna work for Series 11 is gonna be that. Uh, People are gonna talk mad shit on it, and have been doing so for like a year now. It's been a year of Doctor Who uploads, and for a year I've been hearing this shit sucks. And so that's the reason why I'm doing this intro, where I just talk about how much people have been saying it sucks and how I'm gonna do with it. Because it's like, at this point it's inescapable. Like, we start series 11 and everyone in the comments are gonna be like, this shit sucks. There have been people already on Twice Upon a Time. By the way, Twice Upon a Time seems to be the best video this channel has ever had in terms of like views and like watch time and whatever to time ratio. Like, it's not even a contest. It's fucking massive. Part of it has to be because I released Doctor Falls like the day before, and also World and Off in Time did amazingly too, and it was the week before. Like, all of those three videos have been doing fantastic. So I'm very happy about that. And if you join in because of those, then hi, welcome aboard. If you decide to stick for this, then thank you very much for being here. But a lot of people have said in those comments, I really enjoy watching your videos. Thank you, by the way. But I'm sorry, but I cannot possibly bear to watch Series 11 again, even through a reaction or a review or whatever. So they're not even gonna show up. So for that, it's like, wow, do you people hate this shit so much? Or like, I don't even know why. Because it's like, is it just because it's different? People have said that the entire like production value, like production in general, direction, everything is different. Of course, writers are different, showrunners different, music is different, everything is different, right? Is it just because it's different, or is it because it's bad? And a lot of people say it's because it's bad, but is it mostly because it's different, or is it a little bit bad, or is it really bad, or what is it? You know? That's what we're here to figure out, okay? That's what we're here to figure out. So I'm down for different, and I'm also kind of down for bad because I'm one of those people that enjoys trash. But the thing about that is that there's different kinds of trash. There is enjoyable trash, and then there's not enjoyable trash. And I assumed this would be trash of the not enjoyable kind, which is why everybody like thought this sucks, like universally. By the way, there are some people that enjoy Series 11, by the way. I've seen them in comments, they've been like defending it. There have been some people defending this season. Not like dying on that hill, but they've been like, hey, don't really listen too much to what people say about Series 11. You watch it, and if you like it, you do. And I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be my approach. Like, don't worry. That's gonna be my approach. I'm not gonna go in expecting to hate it. I'm gonna go in being like, okay, let's see what this is about. You know, like I'm gonna try to figure out the mystery while simultaneously being like, I can enjoy things. Because usually it takes a lot for me to dislike something. It usually is gonna boil down to that was either good or it wasn't good, but I didn't hate it. It was just like, yeah, whatever. You know? And if this entire season is just a bunch of yeah, whatevers, then I'm not gonna hate it, but it's gonna be yeah, whatever. You know, like moving on. Let's see if Series 12 is better. So that's gonna be the end of that. So yes, I think that's everything I need to say about Series 11. Maybe. I mean, there's gonna be a lot we're gonna be saying about Series 11, but like, I think that's it for an intro. So I think we should just go in and start watching this. Um, this is not gonna be better than Series 10 or 9, maybe 8 even, but like because solely because of the fact that Mr. Peter Capaldi, God himself, is not here anymore. That's the only reason why this is gonna be worse than that, because Peter Capaldi is not here anymore, right? I am totally down for whatever this is gonna show me, for whatever differences we're gonna have, or whatever Jodie has to show us. But it's not Peter Capaldi, man. Like, come on. Come on now. Peter Capaldi is my favorite Doctor if you're new here. I've gone through that entire journey just now. I just finished it. And I'm just like, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So that's how I feel about Peter Capaldi and the 12th Doctor. So just because Jodie is not Peter Capaldi, it's going to be worse. But that's not because it's Jodie, it's because it's not Peter Capaldi, right? It could have been literally anyone else. Anyone could have been the new Doctor. Anyone could have been the new showrunner. Not only Chimney, like whoever it was, it would have been a lesser product than Series 10 and 9 because of Capaldi. That's it. That's the only reason why it would have been worse. So I'm expecting this to be worse in comparison just because Capaldi is not here anymore. But we'll see what this is about, okay? Okay. So all right, I think we're set. I think we're done. I think we're ready. So, Doctor Who, Series 11, Episode 1. Let's go.
I want to talk about the greatest woman I ever met.
Yeah, they're on.
Smart, funny, caring,
19 views.
special.
Yeah, 19 views to dislikes. Yeah, I can relate to that.
But I'm 19, and because of the thing I told you before, I can't yet ride a bike.
He did it for a little bit.
Nearly. No, not nearly. I'm sick of coming up here. I'm sick of falling. And I'm sick of this stupid bike.
Don't throw the bike. Is he gonna encounter the Doctor? Because she fell. The fuck? Okay. Okay, sure. Okay.
You pay for a cracked window, you pay for a scratched door, and we all agree that parking round here is a nightmare. But that grown-ups really shouldn't need to call the police to sort it out for him. I am capable of more than parking disputes.
And I keep telling you, don't run before you can walk. You're a probationer, Yaz. Learn the basics.
I want to do more. Can you not get them to give me something that'll test me? Something a bit different.
There is something that just came in.
A weird, fucked up thing that a kid just found. Okay. Are we building the cast?
Ryan Sinclair.
Wait. Redlands Primary?
Yeah.
Yasmin Khan.
Oh my god. Yaz? Wow.
I know.
See, it's freezing.
It also does a weird glowing effect when you touch it.
Can't keep his hands off me, love.
Behave yourself. Never.
This is a couple. What's happening?
Just having a look.
Brave woman. Just don't die. I mean, episode 1, I don't think that will happen, but like...
Right, get away from the door.
The way this is shot is so different. The pacing for this is so different. It feels like a movie. I don't necessarily dislike it, it's just weird. The fuck is that? Y'all should run. Y'all should... What the fuck? A fucking tentacle Tesla coil. Oh, it's locked. You can't run. Something fell and I think I know what that was. Hi, doctor. I like that. They don't... Oh, not a moment of fucking rest? Just immediately going in?
Doors?
Lock shut.
We'll see about that.
You have a screwdriver? No.
Sonic.
Alright.
Empty pockets.
Damn it.
Oh, I hate empty pockets.
Get away from me.
Oh, it hit everyone. The fuck? It like shocked everyone and then left.
Relax.
Okay,
Just stay
what
put.
happened?
I'll check the rest of the train. I need you to do as I say. This could be a potential crime. Why are you calling me madam? Because you're a woman. Am I? Does it suit me? What? Oh yeah.
You saw it,
I
yeah?
remember.
You're right.
Sorry. Half an hour ago, I was a white-haired Scotsman.
Yeah, I love that Scotch Smash.
An alien, because it looked like an alien to me.
Come on. What, you think he's wrong? No.
Aliens are canon in the Doctor Who universe. Like, people know about them. He did something to us. Like, he shocked us and then left, right? He marked us.
Telephone number?
You look like a
Troops.
jobber.
No, not troops. Team. Gang.
Gang. I like gang. Fam. Gang. Let's stick with gang. I like the
Crashing
gang.
through that roof.
I was
Yes?
thrown out of my TARDIS. I've lost my TARDIS.
Yep.
Are we supposed to understand anything you're saying?
No,
She thinks that
not
thing
really.
is an alien.
That'd be daft. There's no such thing as alien.
They're canon! We've seen them!
Gonna be on a train in Sheffield.
Why not? I'm alien and I'm here.
Grace, we're going.
I don't want answers. I just want to get to work and forget all about this. If that's all right with everyone. Even if it isn't. Thank you.
I respect that.
Could we have the lights and siren on? No! Shouldn't be doing any of this. So you three know each other?
I'm his nan. Graham's my husband.
Second husband.
And you two
Come
know
on.
each other?
Yeah, Yaz and I were at school together.
Not Yasmin Khan.
Hello, Ryan's nan.
Haven't you done well for yourself, love?
And you say you just found it there, this thing?
Yeah, pretty much. I took pictures.
Why is it in a tree?
We were up top and I chopped it over.
He gets cross because he can't ride it.
We're giving him lessons. He's got dyspraxia. It's a coordination disorder.
Oh, okay.
It was definitely there.
Oh, fuck. I'm so confused.
See if there have been any more reports on that object. Good, because we need all the information we can get. Meet us back here.
I could have a word with some of my old pals from work. I mean, if you want to know what's happening, ask a bus driver.
He always says that.
Yeah, that's because it is true. I'd still be doing it now if I could.
I can search for weird stuff on
The
social
drivers
media.
do know.
And I'll
about
check in with my nurses group on WhatsApp.
Seriously
it.
though,
That's a
aliens?
swap. Wow, okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah, maybe I won't mention that bit.
Is that the first time, old man? I guess you're, like, soft retconning that.
You're gonna fall over.
In 2 minutes, 19 seconds. Wait. Forget the 2 minutes. 90. Oh, this new nose is so reliable.
Alright. Just out. Makes sense. Like, every time this happens, the doctor is out for a while. Except Matt Smith. Matt Smith wasn't out. Matt Smith just went. God, I wish Jodie would have kept this outfit. This outfit is much better than her regular outfit that I've already seen on pictures.
She's got 2 separate pulses.
Yeah? I'm glad you can tell that and the fucking nurses from the movie couldn't. What is the deal with this guy and this thing? Why don't you sit there to watch it?
Show me your collarbones.
Yeah, we got stung. I saw it. I saw it happen. Did y'all notice?
You've all got them.
So have you.
Yeah, I have. Okay. DNA bombs. Microimplants which code to your DNA. On detonation, they disrupt the foundation of your genetic code, melting your DNA. Fast and nasty and outlawed in every civilized galaxy.
How did we get them?
Never mind that. Are they going to go off?
Quiet, I'm trying to think. It's difficult. I'm not yet who I am. Brain and body still rebooting, reformatting. Oh, reformatting. Formatted your phone.
No, all my stuff's on there.
Not anymore. That nap did me the world of good.
Alright, that's an alien, for sure.
Where's my sister?
Oh, okay, they took your sister. That's where you're doing this.
Ask me again.
They speak English. Usually we can give that to the daughters, but the daughter is not here, so, Well, he got jobbed. This is a gang. I like this gang. Grandma and grandpa. Young kid with a disability. And, well, I say young kid, but it's just a young man, I guess. And policewoman. Young policewoman.
Don't you move!
Wait, is that another alien?
Looks like it. Why is she running at another alien?
Yeah.
Stand there, come on!
Now you're all running at it.
Right? Why are we chasing it, right?
That thing must have killed him.
Okay, that then.
I've never seen injuries like these.
Are you not gonna show
weapon
us?
blast. More of an ice burn.
It broke his jaw open too.
Looks like
Whoa.
it took one of his teeth. What sort of creature kills someone then stops to pull out a tooth? I'm sorry you all had to see this.
Yeah, I was like, why is everyone looking at it like, oh, shame? They should have been way more shocked.
There was this line in the air,
Yeah.
and then it moved, and there were shapes.
And?
And I touched one.
Ryan?
You'd all would have done the same.
I wouldn't.
You would have run away. Okay, she's like, yeah.
Right, I made a mistake. But why did that guy move this thing from the peaks to where? And how did he even know it was there?
Good job, Ryan.
If I could analyze that, because what I really need is my... I could build one. I'm good at building things. Probably.
Okay, let's just build a screwdriver then. Sure. Oh, the dude's computer. Let's see if we can find out anything.
Hey, look at this.
If I die, click this? Wow, okay.
My whole body changed. Every cell in my body burning. Some of them are still at it now. Reordering, regenerating.
Sounds painful, love.
You have no idea. There's this moment when you're sure you're about to die. And then you're born. I'm a stranger to myself. There's echoes of who I was and a sort of call towards who I am. And I have to hold my nerve and trust all these new instincts, shape myself towards them. I'll be fine in the end, hopefully. But I have to be, because you guys need help. And if there's one thing I'm certain of, when people need help, I never refuse. Right? This is gonna be fun.
Alright, I like that. I like that scene a lot. Alright, let's build a sonic screwdriver. Boom. I'm the doctor, and these are my spoons! How long is this taking you? Are you doing all this shit within like an hour or something?
Ta-da! Ooh. Should be fine.
Hey, we found a load of stuff.
I cannot believe you build that shit so quick.
Everyone always says disappeared, but I know she was taken.
2 aliens, 1 city, 1 night.
It's a battlefield. They're fighting each other. Shut up. Wow, what the fuck are we? We're packing. This is Ghostbusters now.
And thank you to Kevin, the bus driver, for location intel.
Okay, fixing that hole. Fixing that hole of how the fuck did we get here?
It's Carl from the train.
Carl's the data. That's what it was gathering on the train.
But what would the alien want with him?
Which one of you shall I kill first?
Alright.
Sten's a warrior. Wears his conquests. You were once privileged to encounter Zimshar of the Stenza.
Stenza warrior.
Tim Shaw.
Zimshar.
Tim Shaw.
Zimshar.
It's a hunt. You're on a hunt.
To that one guy from the train. He said he was going to work.
I am special.
I am special.
I am valued.
I am valued.
Wow.
Somebody out there wants me.
Somebody out.
Oh my god. This is too on the nose.
Carl's number's going straight to voicemail.
Got him. Carl Wright, operator for Skylark Building Service.
Thank you, Facebook. Thank God he gave them their name at the beginning.
Graham, Grace, need you to take this equipment and get everybody off this site. Don't care how, use your initiative. Ryan, Yaz, how are you with machinery and heights?
I would not trust Ryan with this shit. He's disabled. He has a coordination disability, right?
What do we do when we get up there? Don't worry, I've got a plan. Really? Well, I will have by the time we get to the top.
Ask the doctor I know and love. What did they tell you?
I achieved my goals.
I climb onto the arm of this crane. You swing the arm round next to Carl's crane.
Oh no, you're kidding.
Carl steps across, you swing the arm away. I get him back in here, or back down for a cuppa and a fried egg sandwich. I'm really craving a fried egg sandwich. Simple, no? Not really. All right, it's a work in progress, but so's life. It'll be fine. Oh, I got these downstairs. One must work. You can figure out how to work a crane, right? Go.
You can figure it out. It's not like this is people's profession and they have to like study for it and learn it. Feels sad now. Hell yeah, let's go! Let's go, Grandma! I love Grandma.
Right, I think this shows us. Ready?
We're looking at the tutorial video on how to operate a crane. Alright, that's so stupid. It's great. I kinda like this a lot.
I'm not great with heights.
You operate a crane! You can do it, man! You're beautiful, you're wonderful, you got grabbed, he's gonna fucking die. Alright, never mind then. She's gonna make the upwards jump.
Oh my god.
You crazy woman!
This. The recall from the pod you travelled in?
That's where we
I
took it.
out. Without this, you can't get home.
Yeah? Yeah. Come on.
They're not important.
Hey, I'm important.
Carl's important, don't talk shit about Carl!
I don't want you doing that.
Graham, Ryan's in danger. We don't have time to argue. Give me a signal when you're ready.
Okay.
Is it wrong to be enjoying this?
Yes.
Grandma's great. I love Grandma.
We're all capable of the most incredible change. We can evolve while still staying true to who we are. We can honor who we've been and choose who we want to be next. Now's your chance. How about it? I'm the Doctor. Sorting out fair play throughout the universe. Now please, get off this planet while you still have a choice.
I choose to win.
Sorry. I removed those nasty little things from my friends. Swiss Army Sonic.
She did say, give me 9 minutes and I'll do it.
You got everything transferred to you, including 5 tiny bombs. You had a choice.
Okay.
You did this to yourself.
Yeah, kick that bitch! Yeah, yeah, yeah!
I am important.
Yeah, you are, Carl!
It's working!
Grandma! Someone catch Grandma! Damn it, nobody called Grandma. God, is she okay?
Promise me you won't be scared
What do you mean?
without me.
Today, I want to talk about the greatest woman I ever met.
Your grandma, not the doctor.
Smart, funny,
Damn
caring,
it.
proper special. My nan.
Yeah. That's it. That's this twist thing.
She died like she lived, trying to help other people. I love you, Nan.
Okay, so my question is, who disliked that video? Who watched this video of this kid going like, my grandma died, and disliked it? Who did that shit? It was 2 out of 13. That's a very high percentage of dislikes for a kid going, my grandma died. Fuck y'all, people. He's gonna get back up and keep trying. He's gonna keep getting back up and trying until he gets it.
3.
Because this is what Nana would have wanted. I cannot believe Grandma died. I cannot believe Grandma died. Episode 1, I cannot believe Grandma died because she was like the best one of all these jobbers. She's still wearing Capaldi's outfit.
What time did your dad say get here?
2 hours ago.
And I know that if she was here now, she'd tell us not to be so sad. You see, I can hear her saying to me, Graham, we had 3 glorious years. What are you complaining about? Grace was my chemo nurse, and that's where we met and fell in love.
Okay. Setting up back.
So by rights, I shouldn't even be here.
Have you got family? No. Lost them a long time ago. I carry them with me. What they would have thought and said and done make them a part of who I am. So even though they're gone from the world, they're never gone from me.
That's the sort of thing Grace would have said.
To Traveller. Sometimes I see things need fixing. I do what I can. You really need to get out of those clothes.
I mean,
Right, yeah. It's been a long time since I bought women's clothes.
this absolute mad woman just fucked this shit.
Yes! Now that's what I want.
There it is.
That's what you're going with.
Yeah, is that it?
Got any cash? Empty pockets. Also, I've been thinking about my TARDIS. Do you think you guys might be able to help me?
You're building a teleporter
and
then.
super hard to decipher.
Oh, he's just into technology from the alien. Okay.
7 of which...
Oh, it took all of them. Sure. Are we in fucking space and you brought all of these jobbers to space with you? That's a problem. Okay, I need to judge this new theme. I'm not sure how I feel about the percussion. I do like this background because it reminds me of the... Oh, no, this is the spoilers. Fuck. I'm gonna judge the intro next episode when we actually get an intro. Because we didn't this episode. Alright then. I can't fucking believe they killed Grandma. I can't fucking believe they killed Grandma in the first episode, dude. I cannot believe that. Grandma was like the best one of the fucking jobbers we got this episode, right? Okay, so... I said fucking jobbers, but like, okay, we're gonna talk about them. Because they're an interesting bunch. They're an interesting cast. Okay. Episode 1. It's alright. I didn't dislike that episode. I actually had fun with it. The one thing I say, though, there were a couple of weird things. There were a couple of very weird things. First of all, this episode is an hour long. It should not be an hour long. This episode should not be an hour long. This episode should be 40 minutes. Because it feels like it dragged on a little bit too much and we hit a little bit too many dead ends. Like we kept going from spot A to spot B, and then from spot B we tried to figure out why spot B was the thing, and then we figured out spot C. And it's like, given that's how these stories go, it's kind of like an investigation kind of show. It usually is, like, there's always a mystery or something we need to figure out, and we do so by going through step by step. This feels like we had a little bit too many of those, and we also spent too much time doing stuff in between, if that makes any sense, right? It was weird. It was weird. I felt like it dragged on for way more than it should be. I feel like there were too many scenes that could have been so much shorter, and they were just longer for no reason. Like there were scenes, and like the director was like, "Yeah, man, that looks cool. Like that looks, what is the word I'm looking for? Intriguing. That looks like." We had too many scenes where characters were just sitting there and just like looking intense, and it's like, yeah, that's cool. And it's like, well, the scene didn't need to be like 10 seconds long. It could have been like 5. You know, we could have cut from that like way earlier than we actually did. And we had many of those. And then we had many scenes that I think like we didn't need to be here. And then also there's maybe too much stuff happening too. Given it's the first episode, Series 11, a lot of change. So it makes sense. But it's weird because, like, okay, the most conflict I had with that shit is at the end of the episode where, okay, so we solve the problem. We save Grant, or whatever the fuck his name, Carl. Yeah, Carl. Grandma dies destroying the electric tentacle thing. She falls and dies. Her name was Grace. Let's respect her name at the very least. She falls and just dies immediately. And like, I said, did somebody catch her? I was like worried, and then I was about to say, if Grandma dies in this fucking episode, I'm done watching the show, because she was like the best one. But I didn't say it because I was like, I think she's actually gonna die. And I'm not gonna say that if she actually does die. I'm not gonna stop watching this. But I was like, fuck, man. Okay, but she dies, and then it's like, oh, she died. That's sad. That's bad. And then we got the cut to like the small twist that at the very beginning we saw a YouTube video of Ryan saying, I'm gonna talk about the most amazing woman I ever met. And everyone watching this episode simultaneously went, oh, the doctor, she's just a woman now. And the twist is that at the end he's like, I'm talking about my grandma who just died. And it's like, oh fuck, that's actually good. I like that. But from then on, we move on to when Ryan is like, oh, I wish my dad was here. Apparently he never got here, so there you go. And then we saw the funeral scene. And then we were just kind of hanging out. And then the doctor went to change clothes. And then we did the teleporting thing. And it's like, I felt like the episode should have ended with the funeral. I feel like that should have been it. Like, I feel like you could have had the changing clothes bit before that, and I don't know, Yas would have gone with her while Graham and Ryan were just with the funeral thing, and then they show up last second, and it's like, oh, I'm wearing new clothes or whatever, and then we had the funeral, and it's all emotional, and then the episode ends, right? But I guess then you would have to do like the cliffhanger thing of like the teleporter and the space or whatever. But I would have assumed, I would have thought that like you can do that at the beginning of the next episode, like for sure. You can do that, then you hit credits, and then solution, or you do that solution and then credits, whatever. You can do that at the beginning of the next episode. You didn't have to do it as a cliffhanger here. So I felt like the pacing for the final like 10 minutes, not 10, not nearly as much as 10, but like actually it was kind of like, it was like 7 minutes. So the pacing for like the final 7 minutes, it was like not really the pacing, but just like the choice of what the progression of scene to scene was gonna be felt a little weird, because I felt like, oh man, that sucks, Grandma died. Anyway, let's go shopping for clothes. It's like, okay, kind of ruined the moment there, but sure. I understand that it's an important thing of like new doctor. We gotta figure out what the new outfit's gonna be, even though we all saw it because of promotional material, whatever, stuff like that. But it's still like I feel like that should have been before the funeral. Like you can make her die, and then you see Ryan dealing with it, and then you see a scene with the doctor and Jess going for clothes. But I guess they had to make it like fun because the doctor was like, fuck this shit. Fuck, I like this. I had big pockets. Gotta get some cash. Whatever. So if it has to be fun, it would have ruined the moment anyway. It's weird, man. It's actually weird the pacing of that because it feels like we're not giving Grandma the emotional bit that she deserved. It was treated as such, but then it kind of wasn't, and it was like weird. I'm fucking sad that Grandma died in episode 1, by the way. She was my favorite of this fucking 4 genres. Because, okay, so let's go over them real quick, and I'm gonna include Grandma because she's awesome. So, right off the bat, we got Ryan. He seems to be the main of the companion group. So we got Ryan. I don't remember his last name, sorry. But, Johnson? I don't know. Ryan. We got Ryan. He's a 19-year-old young man with a disability, and I forgot the name of it, but it's a coordination disability, I think. So it is introduced as he's trying to ride a bike, but he can't. But it's because he has a disability, so it's like it's not as silly of like, I just don't know how to ride a bike. It's I literally cannot because of a disability I have, and it's like, okay, I understand that. Then we got Yas. I don't remember her entire name. Was it Yasmin or whatever? It's just Yas. People call her Yas. So WAC. Cool name. She is a policewoman in training, or not training, but probation. Was that the word? So she's just hanging out like parking lot tickets and whatever, just doing jobber job for cops, essentially. And she wants more. Like she's actually striving to be more than that. She's asking to her superiors like, hey, is there anything more interesting that you can give me? I feel like I can do better. That's fair. She has some degree of ambition. I like that. I like that as a character. Yes, it's pretty cool. Then we got Graham, who is this old man. He is... What is the word I'm looking... He was an ex-bus driver. He is an ex-bus driver. I wanted to say he's kind of an asshole, but not really. He's just a fucking good old boomer. He's just a boomer. Graham is just a good old boomer. And he has a boomer sense of everything. And so he's happening. But then to counterfact the good old boomer energy that Graham is bringing into the table, you got Grace. And Grace was great because Grace is, or was, Ryan's grandma, okay? And then Graham is the second person that she married. So either her husband died or he left her, she left him. And then she married Graham a couple years ago, 3 years back after they met because Graham had cancer and then she was his nurse. A whole deal. Okay, so they counteract really well because Graham is a good old boomer and he's like, no, why would we do that? Fuck that shit. That's stupid. That's crazy. Aliens are not real, even though they've been confirmed to be real because we have been invaded by aliens like multiple times in the past like decade. Never mind that. That apparently has been soft retcon then, huh? But it's weird because it's like things in this show will be soft retcon or just entirely retcon multiple times. Like the fact that the Doctor is like half human or whatever that shit is, like they are not even getting close to that. But that was canon at the time, but like, yes, like stuff like we've seen alien invasions multiple times in the show, but it happened in this version of the show. Like it happened in 2005 version of Doctor Who. But it makes sense that like after a certain amount of years, in this case a literal decade, they're gonna be like, yeah, don't fuck that shit. Like we're not even worried about that shit. But it's like it did happen. I do remember that shit. I would have kept it in mind if I was writing this, but I guess they just decided fuck it. You know, like fuck the canon continuity of the show. It doesn't matter. You know, because like we literally have animated by aliens before. We literally have multiple times. Like, so yeah, like fuck it. You know, like I guess never mind. But okay, I got super sidetracked. So Graham and Grace counteracted each other really well because Graham was just like fuck that. Well, Grace was like, okay, let's figure this out, and she was like actually kind of excited about it. She was like cool grandma. That was her deal. She was cool grandma. She was like super nice, but she was like super down to do some shit, you know? Grandma did some shit back in the day, you can tell. Grandma was awesome. And even to the moment that she died, she was like, ah, fuck, I'm gonna go do this. And she was like, is it wrong that I'm excited? And he's like, yeah. And Grandma just ran away, and then she fucking died. She died as she lived, I guess. But it's like, fucking Grandma was great, and it was even greater because she was paired with Graham, who was so not that. He was like the opposite. So that dynamic worked amazingly, which is why I'm so surprised Grandma just died this episode. So I guess what's going to be, this is just me assuming, is that Graham is gonna become more like Grace as the series progresses, because kind of something that was kind of talked about in this very episode after the funeral is that it's like, how do you deal with people that you've lost? And it's like, well, they might be gone from this world. There's like a bug flying around or something. They might be gone from this world, but I carry them with me, right? So I always think of things that they would have said or they would have done, and I just try to like put that into my thought process, essentially, you know? And so I'm thinking that maybe Graham is going to become more like Grace over the series. He's going to be like more adventurous, more, what is the word I'm looking for? He's more like, yeah, let's do this shit, you know? Which is what Grace has, and Graham wasn't. Graham was like, I'm not going to do this. What the fuck? Well, Grace was more like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. And I enjoy that. Grace was great. Grace, in many ways, was kind of similar to the Doctor. I guess that's why they got rid of her. She was kind of similar to the Doctor now. But, like, it's good to have a companion that is like that, you know? Okay, so I'm sucks that Grace is gone, but like I'm excited to see where this characters are gonna go. Hopefully they'll go somewhere. So we got Ryan, we got Graham, and we got Yas. Those are the three surviving cast of characters, and they will become our friends moving forward. Okay, I enjoy this gang. I enjoy the group aspect of companions. I've said this before. I enjoy a multi-companion cast more than I enjoy a single companion cast, right? So, and that sucks because in modern Doctor Who, we don't have that many examples of it. Because since series 1, you had like Rose and you had like Jack. And it's like, Rose and Jack are there. Mickey hangs out in there sometimes. Jack does as well. Series 1 and 2. But it's like, for the most part, it was just Rose. But I enjoyed that the rest of them were there and they showed up every now and then. That's something I did enjoy. But then series 3, it's only Martha. Series 4, it's only Donna. Martha showed up for like 2 episodes, I think. And it's like, so on and so forth. It's always like single companion thing. Then we got Amy and Rory. And that was a nice change. It was just Amy at the beginning, but then it was Amy and Rory. And Amy and Rory was good. I enjoyed having this weird-ass couple happening with the Doctor. Just to the side. And also Reaver showed up a couple times, right? Then we got Clara only, and it was like, yeah, okay. Bastra and Jenny and Strax were there a couple times, and I'm disappointed they weren't there more. I kind of wanted them to be here more. And then you got Bill and Nardole. And Bill and Nardole was much better than just Clara, because it was Bill plus Nardole. And I enjoyed Nardole a lot. I feel like Nardole should have been in more episodes. He was in several episodes, but at the beginning, there were like 3 or 4 episodes that he wasn't in. And I'm just like, that's a third of the season. Bring Nardole in. Bring him in. bring my boy Nardole. So I enjoyed Nardole quite a lot. And of course, Bill, because I just enjoy Bill's personality a lot, but then I enjoy Nardole's personality a lot too. So fuck it, just bring all of them in. Hell yeah. Then this season they decided, yeah, we're doing a gang. We're doing a full-on group cast of characters. And initially they made me think it was going to be 5 of them, but I guess it's just going to be 4. Fuck, man. I'm sad Grandma's gone. Grandma was the best one. But anyway, I enjoy having these 4 characters. We got Ryan, the young man, the young lad who's just kind of... How do I deconstruct Ryan? He's a YouTube kid. He's a millennial. Or a Gen Zer, I guess. Right? He's 19. He was born in the year 2000 then, yeah? Well, when did this air? 2018, I think it was. So if it was 2018, then... Yeah, he's from 99. He was born in the year 99. So while the Doctor was kissing Grace and saving the world from the fucking Air Rovers Master, he was being born. Okay. So Ryan, he's I like that. So it starts with like he's doing like a YouTube video with no views and like 2 dislikes or whatever. By the way, people dislike that video. The video had like, okay, no, actually, how much was that? Because I think there's 2 layers of bullshit right there. Okay, there we go. So it's 19 views, 11 likes, and 2 dislikes. That's bullshit, by the way. I'm looking at it right now. That's fucking bullshit. Because when you have a video with 19 views, you're not gonna get 13 likes / dislikes, okay? People don't do that shit. It's gonna get 1 or 2 likes and dislikes. That's it. You're not gonna get 13. 19-13 is a bad ratio, okay? So clearly the people who made this shit don't know YouTube. Second of all, 2 people dislike your video where you're talking about your dead grandma? What? 2 people dislike your video talking about your dead grandma? Dude, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this internet that Doctor Who is showing us? Okay, so that's not what I want to talk about. I just got super sidetracked. But like, I like that when they're operating the crane, Ryan and Yas, he actually looks up a video guide on how to operate a crane. Like Yas is like operating it, and Ryan is like, okay, let me, like this. I think that works. And they're like following the video. It's like, that's cool. I like that because like I don't think we do that enough in Doctor Who. I don't think it's real world enough. Sometimes it's some stupid bullshit most of the time, but in this case it's like we're literally looking up video tutorials on how to do shit on YouTube because that's what we do in our everyday lives. Like, I don't know how to do this shit, let me Google it real quick, right? That's what we do every day of our lives. It's just a consistent learning experience on how to do basic shit by asking Google and YouTube. That's it. That's every day, and I'm glad that it's in there for like a second. That was nice. That was neat. Okay, so I'm gonna skim through the episode real quick, see if there's any specific things I want to talk about. Dude, the fact that the Doctor literally fell on the train as shit was happening, just like, oh shit, plot. What up? I just fell into plot. That was fun. The one guy that gave them the clue or whatever, the sonic screwdriver. The Doctor literally built the sonic screwdriver just from scratch in like nothing, with like, you know, like an hour. I don't know how the curse of time worked right there, but it didn't look like very long. In fact, it looked like 5 minutes because like the kids. So fucking Ryan and Yas found the video with the guy explaining the video of like, if I die, check this. And they found that, and then the Doctor said, I'm gonna build a screwdriver, and then she built a screwdriver, and then after she was done, Ryan and Jess came along and said, hey, look at this. That was the sequence of events, which by the logic that I would assume happens, that would mean that they saw that video, they watched it, and the video was only like 2 minutes long, and the Doctor made the screwdriver from scratch within those 2 minutes, and then they were like, "Hey, check what we found," because otherwise it doesn't make sense unless when they find the video happens simultaneously to the Doctor building the screwdriver, which is what I would assume is what they went for, and that's probably the canon explanation. But it was weird. Nonetheless, it was fucking weird. Okay, we had this warrior, this what was his name? Stanza. Okay, so Stanza is what it is. First seen in the Woman Falls Word. Okay, so it's just this is the only version they have showed up. They're not a classic race. So there you go. By the way, the article for Sim Shaw, which is the name of the alien, it's titled Tim Shaw, which is what the Doctor was calling him. That's amazing. I'm glad that's it. I'm glad that's the case. So this alien man, Tim Shaw, he is part of this weird race where they are. Okay, so they have to choose a new leader, and the way they do so is by sending the people who is going to become the leader into a manhunt to just fucking look for this one guy, randomly selected one guy, in whatever planet, in this case humans, I guess. Or maybe it's just randomly selected humans. I don't know why they just want to hunt humans, but whatever. They just send him in and find this one guy, and you gotta bring him in as a trophy, and then you become the new leader. So he's here to do that. He's like a predator kind of situation. So he's here to do that. He cheats by bringing this like weird tentacle machine that scans for people and just finds the dude for him, and then he knows where to go, right? So he does that. That's his whole deal. There's not much to that. But then we figure out, okay, it's this dude, we need to go save that dude, and then they go and save that dude. That's it. They're like, it takes a long time to get there, but we eventually get there. Okay. The 13th Doctor outfit, I don't like nearly as much as the previous one. It's not terrible. It's just not one that I enjoy very much. Could be worse. Like, I actually do enjoy the coat. I enjoy the coat quite a bit. Not sure about the suspenders or the pants, but the coat is pretty dope. The shirt is okay too. Like, the shirt is okay, the coat is okay. Not sure about the suspenders or the pants. Okay, let me take a good look at it again. Like, the thing about the pants that I don't like is the fact that they're so short. Like, you can actually see the entire boots, and then more than that, you can see part of her leg, and then the pants start. It start kind of at the fucking knee. Not really at the knee, but a little bit under that. You know, they're not very long. And if they were longer, I would have been like, okay, sure, that's good. So the boots are fine, the coat is great, and the shirt is fine. And I just like Jodie's look, so she's cool. It's just the suspenders and the pants that I'm not sold on. But I seem to remember that she apparently chose that outfit when she saw like a picture of like, it was like a historical picture of a woman or something like that, just with that look of like, I don't give a shit, and she had just this like super baggy clothes or whatever, and she was like, I want something like that, and I'm like, that's fair, that's respectable. So sure. But because the entire episode we spent looking at Jodie in the leftover Peter Capaldi clothes, and I'm just like, fuck, she looks so much better in those clothes. She looks so much better in those clothes. I wish that was her outfit. Just fuck it. Don't change it. Just keep rocking the Capaldi outfit until it doesn't fit anymore. Just keep doing that. Because she had the two versions where she was wearing the Peter Capaldi coat, which was great, by the way. It's like the best outfit ever. But then she also wasn't wearing it in some points of the episode because he was like super ragged and like destroyed, because of course he came from a battlefield with Cybermen. Like, of course he went through a lot. But then she was just wearing the past and the shirt, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. That's great. Fucking wear that. That's it. Just wear that one. She reminded me of King from King of Fighters, right? Google King of. Well, I'm gonna put a picture on the screen. King from the King of Fighters series. She wears this like super classy, and sometimes it's a jacket, but I'm thinking of this specific best one. She's wearing a vest and like fucking and the same pants or whatever. It's essentially the same thing she was wearing this episode, but like instead of black, it was like purple. But it's the same thing. And maybe throw a bow tie in there and make her just fully king. And there you go. You got the best outfit ever. So yeah, that's what I wanted. The fact that she was wearing the Peter Capaldi outfit the entire episode, and I was like, that's so good. And then she changed it for something that I don't like as much. That's what kind of sucks. But that's just me though. That's a subjective thing. That's just me. So, I don't mean to say that one is clearly better than the other one because that is subjective. Jodie herself likes that outfit more, so fuck it, it's her choice. She can just wear that shit. And I do like the coat. So, okay, here's the thing though, is that I didn't like Peter Capaldi's Series 8 outfit nearly as much as Series 9 and 10. So, since this is the only Jodie season there is right now, there is room for like maybe Series 12. She will be wearing a more evolved version of the same outfit, and it's gonna turn into something awesome, like it happened with Peter Capaldi. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like there are elements of this outfit that I like. There are elements that I don't, but it can evolve into something better. So fingers crossed. Maybe something great will happen. For me at least personally. So we'll get there. Okay, what else? I guess the cliffhanger at the end where it's just like everyone, she's like, I'm gonna teleport myself to where my TARDIS is, and then she teleports herself and the other three guys into space, and then cliffhanger, and it's like, okay, sure. So that happened. That's just a cliffhanger, good old cliffhanger. We're gonna see next episode, I guess. So there you go. All in all, this episode was not bad. I was expecting much worse. But it's probably one of like the ones that people didn't hate initially. It's probably one of it's the first one, so people are gonna be like fine, you know. But like, maybe it's gonna get worse from here on. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how people feel. But as it stands right now, this episode was weird in the sense that the way it's directed, the way it's written, like everything about this episode, the production value, everything is just so weird, and it didn't feel like Doctor Who, but I didn't care. Like it just felt like this weird movie, but I didn't care because what Doctor Who has evolved over time since the 60s. It's always different. Every couple years it's completely different shit. So I don't mind that it's different. So now what it remains is let's see if the episodes that are to come are gonna have some shit in there that I just don't like, or if it's just gonna be this weird shit and I'm just gonna be like fine. Like it wasn't my favorite, but it was fine. So yeah, I enjoyed it. My only downside with it is the fact that it was maybe a little bit too long, but I also think that Deep Breath was a little bit too long. You know? So, fuck it. Like, this episode was fine. We'll see next one, I guess. So, that was The Woman Who Fell to Earth. Jodie's first episode. Dude, I'm excited for next one because next one I want to see the intro. We didn't have an intro for this season. For this episode, sorry. We're gonna see one next episode, and I'm gonna judge it harshly. Because I enjoy Doctor Who intros. And Peter Capaldi's intro was like the best one. So I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna harshly judge it, and that's it. But yeah, I think that was it. I think that was it for this episode of Doctor Who Series 11. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. If you did, I think not a lot of people are gonna, but if you did, thank you for being here. We'll continue to go next week. So yeah. Good.
Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode of a Doctor Who reaction. If you would like to see next one, is already up on Patreon as well as full length. Check the links in the description, and I'll see you next time, okay? Take care.